Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Hardin High School for today's 17th District Softball Tournament. Our quarterfinal matchup today has the 3-21 Fort Knox Eagles taking on the 9-26 John Hardin Bulldogs. Fort Knox coached by Richard Thompson. The lineup today for the Eagles. Leading off will be Gabriela DeSaquea, followed by Erin Anderson. Isabella Poisson hits third. Hitting cleanup will be Leanne Walker. Naya Adana hits fifth. Ava Cedillo will hit sixth. Hitting seventh is Amaya Townsend. Hitting eighth is Jay Bruno Torres. And hitting ninth, Arielana Searles. Defensively for the Bulldogs. Around the outfield, Caitlin Dunn is in left field. Samara Neal in center field. Tristan Williams in right. Around the infield, Christine Kettlehake at third, Raina Joyner at shortstop, Mary Beth Richards at second base, and Patricia Gregory at first base. The battery today for the Bulldogs, Jasmine Caswell will be behind the dish, and in the circle will be Lillian Wiley. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. So this is our quarterfinal matchup. They will play the winner of this game will play Central Hardin tomorrow, right back here at North Hardin at 5:30. And our second semifinal game tomorrow night, again, will be Elizabethtown and North Hardin squaring off at approximately 7:30. Gabriela DeSaquea now to the plate. She will lead off for the Eagles. Swing and a miss. 0-1. DeSaquea hitting .333 on the year. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count. Hit over towards Kettlehake, quickly across, gets over the head of Gregory. DeSaquea rounds first, ends up at second. So the E5, so with no outs, Erin Anderson now to the plate. Anderson hitting .118 on the year. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. I want to go high off the glove of Caswell. DeSaquea down to third base. 1-1 the count. So Anderson steps back in. That was called a strike. That would have hit a right-handed batter. Wide strike zone. That is in there for a strike. Okay. The previous pitch was a ball. It's 2-2 now the count. That one gets away. And DeSaquea comes in safe at home. And so without a hit, even a walk, Fort Knox goes up 1-0. Count to Anderson, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And there's ball 4. So a walk issued by Lillian Wiley. And that will bring up the third baseman, Isabella Poisson. 1-0 the count. This one hit out towards the shortstop. Gets under Joyner's glove, and it'll be a single for Poison. Anderson moves up to second base. So with no outs, runners at first and second. That's going to bring up Leanne Walker, the left fielder. She comes in hitting 186 on the year. That one goes to the backstop. And now both runners will move up, both be in scoring position. 1-0 the count. Swung on, evens the count at 1-1. Swing and miss at that one as well. 1-2 now the count. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was right outside. First strikeout of the day. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Naya Aldana. Aldana comes into today's game hitting 288 on the year. And runners at first and second, swinging a miss there. 0-1 the count. That one outside, evens it up at 1-1. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 now the count. Fouls that one off. Stays alive. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Regular season, these two teams met twice. That one high. 2-2 now the count. They played a doubleheader on May the 9th. John Hardin defeated the Eagles, or Fort Knox, in both games, 24-1 and 26-7. That one's hit into foul territory. Caswell not able to get to it before it gets into the net. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one too high. 3-2 now the count. Aaron Anderson at third base. Isabella Poison at second base. This one popped up. This one going to land on the press box. That's low, and that's ball 4. And so the bases are loaded now with 1 out. As Ava Cedillo now to the plate, the catcher for the Eagles. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Dono. Check and make sure who this one is. I think it's Haley Lucy. Yes. That one in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Nowhere to put him with the bases loaded. Stave comes in with a 105 batting average on the year. That one's outside. Caswell, good. Keep that one in her glove. One here, top of the first. That one too far inside. 3-0 now the count. That's in there for a strike. That one's well outside. There's ball 4. Cedillo will get the RBI as Aaron Anderson is forced in. Poison moves to third. Lucy moves to second. And now that'll bring us to the shortstop, Amaya Townsend. Townsend comes in hitting 300 on the year. That one's high and away. Temperatures cooled down quite a bit from this past weekend. Friday at the 17th District Baseball Tournament, the heat index was at 89 as we had first pitch. This one popped in the air in foul territory. Kettlehake with a dive, not able to get to it. Temperatures today in Radcliffe. Says it's 60, but feels like 58. Tomorrow a little bit more like spring, 76 degrees. And then Wednesday for the championship game, we're going to have to wait and see what the weather says. That's ball hit back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. As Townsend gets it now after misplaying the ball. Lucy going to come all the way in as well. So Poison scores the 3rd run. Lucy scores the 4th run, and the Eagles on top 4-0 right now. There's still just one out. Cedillo will be at second. Cedillo, sorry. Townsend at first. Now J. Bruno Torres to the plate. That one low, 1-0. That one high and away, 2-0 now the count. Just 2 hits here in the inning for the Eagles. There's been an error, a walk. That one in the dirt. That one high, 4-0. And the bases go back to loaded. We'll get to the 9th batter of the inning. It'll be Arielena Searles to the plate. That one in there on the inside corner, 0-1 the count. That one away, evens it up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind blowing in from center field. That one in the dirt, 2-1 now the count. That one fouled off. That'll even the count at 2-2. There's strike 3. That's going to send us back to the top of the order. Gabriela DeSiqueira to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on an error and came around to score. This one, slow roller. Kettlehake with it. No one to go to. And it'll be an RBI infield single for Desicara as Cedillo comes across the plate for the 5th Eagle run. And that'll bring us to Erin Anderson. Anderson reached on a walk in her only at-bat. Came around to score. That's in there for a strike. That one too high. 1-1 now the count. That goes well outside. 2-1 now the count. That one low, it skips in. 2-1 the count to Anderson. That's in there for a strike. Almost felt like Anderson was going to try to slap at it. That one low. Ball 4. So an RBI for Anderson as she forces in a run as Townsend crosses home plate. Bruno Torres will be at third. Desicara, at second. And Anderson at first. Isabella Poisson to the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a run scored. She had a single in her first at-bat. This will be hit into the outfield right at Caitlin Dunn, and she makes the catch for the 3rd out. There were 6 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors by the Bulldogs, and 3 runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the 1st inning. Fort Knox on top, 6-0 over the Bulldogs. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Lineup today for the Bulldogs. Christine Kettlehake will lead off. She's followed by Haley Wiley. Samara Neal will hit 3rd, and hitting cleanup will be Tristan Weens. Patricia Gregory will hit 5th. Jasmine Caswell hits 6th. Hitting 7th will be Raina Joyner. She's followed by Mary Beth Richards, and rounding out the Bulldog lineup is Caitlin Dunn. Defensively for the Eagles, in the outfield, Leanne Walker will be in left field. Gabrielle Desicara will be in center field. Erin Anderson in right. Around the infield, Isabella Poisson at 3rd. Amaya Townsend plays short. J. Bruno Torres will be at second base. And Arielena Searles is at first. The battery today for the Eagles. Behind the dish, Ava Cedillo. And in the circle is Naya Aldana. A reminder, tomorrow we are right back here at North Hardin High School. The winner of this ball game will take on the Central Hardin Bruins at 5:30 tomorrow. In our nightcap, our other semifinal game, we'll have the North Hardin Trojans and the Elizabethtown Panthers. The championship game right now is scheduled to be played at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Both teams making it to the 17th District Final will move on to the 5th Region Tournament. That'll be held in LaRue County. If either 17th District team makes it to the finals, We will cover that on a tape-delayed basis. Now to the plate for the Bulldogs, Christine Ketelake. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That one goes high. That one ripped down the line. Poisson with it. Cross in the first out of the inning. Poisson to Searles. That's going to bring up the designated player, Haley Wiley. This will be hit right back up the middle. It's a base hit in the center field. Isakara will throw it in. So a single by Wiley. That's going to bring up Samara Neal, the center fielder. Coach Odessa, the head coach for the Bulldogs, is very aggressive on the base paths. I really expect Wiley to go on this first pitch. And there she goes. No throw down. Part of me expects Wiley to try to steal third here on this pitch. 0-1 the count. Neal steps back in. Swinging a miss on that one. 0-2 now the count. And there is a steal by Wiley. Slow roller right back to, tries to throw it over the head. Wiley comes in. So Neal gets on the error and goes all the way around to third base. After not fielding that cleanly, Aldano probably should have just eaten that one. So one out, we get to the right fielder, Tristan Weens. Neal on third. That's in there for a strike. That one skips in. 1-1 the count. Two and one now the count. I'll take it 3-1. That's in there for a strike. I will take it the full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up on the infield toward Bruno Torres. She makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So Neal will stay at third now with 2 outs. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Patricia Gregory. One and 0. It's in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. That one well away. 2-1 now the count. Hit down the left field line. Going back on it is Walker. That's going to land at the track. It's fair, 1 RBI. She rounds second, is coming for third, is in there safely. An RBI triple for Patricia Gregory. Oh, and then not paying attention, she gets up and she runs in. So now 3 runs have crossed the plate here in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring up the catcher, Jasmine Caswell. That was the second hit of the inning. This one be hit hard down the line, almost a repeat. That one's hooking foul. 0-2 the count. Ooh. 1-2 now the count. Down the line, Poison with it. Goes across the infield in time to Searles for the third out of the inning. There was 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 Fort Knox errors, and no runners left on base as we head to the top of the second inning. Fort Knox on top, 6-3 over John Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Come back for the top of the second inning. For Fort Knox, it'll be 4-5-6 in their lineup. Lillian Wiley remains in the circle for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs sent 12 batters to the plate in the first inning. That one inside. Leanne Walker leads it off. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swing and a miss on that one, evens it. 1-1 now the count. That one in the dirt, 2-1. Three and 1 now the count. That one inside, and Walker will get the walk. She heads down to first base. That's going to bring up Naya Aldana, the pitcher. For 1 on the day, does have a run scored. That one high. 1-0. one well out of the strike zone. 2-0 now the count. Coach Odessa now going to make a trip out to the mound. And a reminder, tomorrow night back here at North Hardin, 5:30, we'll have our semifinal action. The winner of this ball game will take on the number 1 seed Central Hardin Bruins, and our nightcap scheduled at 7:30. It will be the number 2 seed Elizabethtown Panthers taking on the 3 seed North Hardin Trojans. Championship game scheduled for Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. And then both teams making the district final will move on to next week's 5th Region Tournament, which will be held at LaRue County High School. We do not have the draw yet for the 5th Region Baseball Tournament, which will be held at Hart County. Central Hardin was the 17th District Champions with E-Town as the runner-up. If either of those teams make it to the region final, we will go and cover that championship game. Back to action. Aldano swings and miss. 2-1 now the count. Swing and a miss again. Evens it up at 2-2. Strike 3. First out of the inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Ava Cedillo. Swings a little late on that pitch. 0-1 the count. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count. That one in the dirt. Taking off his walker. Shook it down on the wild pitch. Count 1-2 now to Cedillo. Runner in scoring position is Walker out at second base. There's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts now by Wiley. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Amaya Townsend. Townsend 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI and a run scored. And Walker steals third. Delay steal. That was slow roller. Wiley up with it. Over to Gregory in time for the third out of the inning. So there were no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on base, and no John Hardin errors as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Our score, Fort Knox 6, John Hardin 3. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Monell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skills, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. To the bottom of the second inning for the Bulldogs. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in their lineup. Lorena Joyner, Mary Beth Richards, and Caitlin Dunn. Aldana remains in the circle for the Eagles. That one high, 1-0, the count. And in there for a strike, evens it up at 1-1. That one gets away, 2-1 now the count. Hard hit ball out towards the shortstop. Townsend up with it. Cross goes off the leg of Searles. And so Joyner will reach on the error. So with no outs and a runner at first, that's going to bring us to the second baseman, Mary Beth Richards. Not sure what the umpire's writing down right now. I don't think we had anybody change positions. And Joyner stays is the runner. Oh, that's what it is. We do have a pinch runner in the game. Kaylee Booth will now be running for Joyner. Richards fouls that one off as Booth had started to steal second. That's in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Booth does get the steal down to second. My bet is she'll try to steal third here. That one right back. That one goes off Aldana. Not going to throw it, so it'll go down as an infield single for Richards. She heads down to second. They can't get her, and in doing so, Booth will score. Caitlin Dunn now comes to the plate with a runner at second and no outs. Umpire went out and talked to Aldana. Sure what he talked about. So now Dunn will step to the plate. Was going to hit into the outfield, ranging over, making the catch is Descario. Oh, and that ball came back in and hit Mary Beth Richards. First out of the inning. Descario ranged over from center field to make that catch. So as we head back to the top of the order, Christine Kettlehake to the plate. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. So he hit hard out to center field. Desicara going back. Not going to be able to catch this one as it's right near the track. One run is in. Kettlehake stops at second. So an RBI double for Kettlehake. As Marybeth Richards comes in. That's going to bring up Haley Wiley, designated player for the Bulldogs. She's 1 for 1 on the day with a single, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. Kettlehake's going to go to third when she throws this back to the pitcher. She probably could have made if she just straight stole. That one bounces in. 2-0 now the count. That one on the inside. 3-0 now the count. That's in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. Squared around to bunt. Up there, she'll draw the walk. So there'll be runners at the corners. So we get to Samara Neal, center fielder for the Bulldogs. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She reached on an error and came around to score. That one away. It's Wiley will head down to second. The ball goes over Madonna's head, and Kettlehake cruises in home. So we're all tied at 6 apiece now here in the second inning. Runner at second, 1 out. That one in the dirt. Swing and a miss on that one. No throw down. Two and one the count. I'll go high. 3-1. For some reason they had sent Wiley back. Now she steals third. And then comes home on the error. So the Bulldogs now up 7-6. Neal steps back in. The count 3 balls and 1 strike. Neal gets the ball. She's not going to stop it first. Oh, I'm a little surprised she did. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Tristan Weens. Weens 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out. That one fouled off. 0-1 the count. Neal will have to head back to first. And now Neal does move down to second. At the conclusion of the ball game, we will have a player named to the all-tournament team. Neal takes off for third. That ball gets away. She'll just stand at third. Two and one the count to Weens. just bounced in there. 3-1 now the count. That one in the dirt. 3 straight walks by Aldana. So with 1 out, runners at the corners as Patricia Gregory comes to the plate. Gregory had an RBI triple, her first at bat, and a run scored. Weens will trot down to second. So runners at second and third now. That pitch was in there for a strike. Down the line, just foul. Runs the count to 0-2. Hit down the third base line, goes foul. She's hit the ball 3 times now. All 3 have been right down that third base line. Her triple was down the line as well. This is hard out into left center field. 1 run is in, 2 runs are coming in, and it's a 2 RBI double. For Gregory, and then she advances to third after the ball comes in. So Neal and Weens both score. That's going to bring us to the catcher, Jasmine Caswell. Caswell 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out. In the dirt. 1-0 the count. In the dirt, 2-0 now the count. Head in there for a strike, 2-1. As the sun comes out, that one high. 3-1 now the count. Ball was inside. Caswell sprints down the first. They try to throw it down to second, throw it away. So Gregory scores. Caswell moves up to second. So they'll send the 10th batter of the inning to the plate, Raina Joyner. She's the one who led off this second inning. Coach Thompson going to have a conference on the mound with this pitcher. Score now is 10-6. John Hardin on top. So Joyner is 0 for 1 on the day. She reached on an error. Did come around to score. As Caswell gets down to third on the stolen base. That one low, 2-0 now the count. At That's in there for a strike. And now here comes stealing home is Caswell. As all she did was watch when the catcher was going to throw the ball back. So 9 batters have completed their at-bats. 8 of them scored. We're still in the bottom of the second. That one too high. 2-2 now the count. Ball 3. Full count now for ball 4. I apologize. I believe Raina Joyner came out after her first at-bat, because that was Kaylee Booth that was at the plate who draws the walk. Mary Beth Richards shot down the line. Clean base hit for her. Back-to-back singles. So Booth is at second. Richards at first, and now it'll be the left fielder, Caitlin Dunn. Dunn 0 for 1 on the day. She had to fly out to center field. That one well outside. Both runners have moved up. One and one now, the count to Dunn. This one rolling out towards Bruno Torres. Tries to flip it over. Not in time. It's an RBI single. For Dunn as Booth comes across the plate. Mary Beth Richards moves to third, so runners at the corner. And Dunn takes off, and she'll get second. Now runners at second and third. Two and 0 now the count. That one too high. 3-0 the count. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. Head out towards the shortstop. Townsend up with it. Across the diamond, not in time. And as the ball gets away, Kettlehake will move up to second. Now Haley Wiley. Wiley 1 for 1 on the day. She has a single, 4 stolen bases. She also reached on a walk and 2 runs scored. This one hit foul down the third base line. Kettlehake will take third. Her second stolen base of the day. Two and one now the count to Wiley. We popped up on the infield, just gets over the head of Townsend, and it'll be an RBI single for Wiley. As Kettlehake comes in. And now I fully expect Haley Wiley to steal second and third as Samara Neal comes to the plate. Neal 0 for 1 on the day. She's reached on an error and a walk, scored both times she came up. Also has a pair of stolen bases. That one ripped into left field. So it'll be a single. As that'll get Wiley up to second. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Tristan Weems. Weems 0 for 1 on the day. She had to fly out. She reached on a walk, had a stolen base, and a run scored. That one hits her on the elbow. So she'll get first base. Moves Wiley to third, Neal to second. That's going to bring us to Patricia Gregory. Gregory 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a triple. She also has 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. That was a ball, 1-0. So hit gets past the third baseman, Poison. Wiley is in, Neal is in. And Weems slides into third safely. So it's a 2 RBI double. Coswell now to the plate. Catcher for the Bulldogs. She's 0 for 1 on there. There's a ground out and reached on a walk. That's for an RBI on that one. As Weems comes across. Gregory didn't move at second. So it'll be runners at first and second as we head. This will be Joyner's third at bat in this inning. Now both runners move up to second and third. Joyner is 1 for 2 on the day, reached on an error also. 2 runs scored, 1 stolen base. Actually, this is Kaylee Booth. Apologize. That one bounces in. That one gets over the head, and Gregory started in and stops and turns around. Caswell will head back to second. It's in the dirt this time. Gregory going to come. She makes it in safely. And Booth just rounds first and heads off to second, so runners still at second and third. Caswell at third. Booth at second. Now Mary Beth Richards makes her third straight trip to the plate. She's 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles and 2 runs scored. That one inside, 1-0. That in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. That one hit high in the air in left field. Making the catch is Walker. Throw it in. And got a double play. As the sacrifice by Richards gets the RBI of Caswell scoring, and then getting thrown out on the 7-1-5 put out was Booth. So that ends the second inning. There were 17 runs scored. $11 hits and no runners left on base. There were also 3 Fort Knox errors. So we'll be right back with the third inning of play. Right, as we come to the top of the third inning for the Eagles, it'll be 8-9-1 in their lineup. J. Bruno Torres, Arielena Searles, and Gabriela Desequera. J. Bruno Torres, 0 for 0 on the day. She reached on a walk. That one in there for a strike. 1-2 now the count. That one well outside. 2-2 now. Tries to slap it though and fouls it off. Count will remain 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring us Arielena Searles. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. That's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 now the count. We'd like to thank Emily Fife for bringing food up here for the press box. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts now by Wiley. That'll bring us to the top of the order. Gabriela Desicara. That one fouled off her foot. Desicara 1 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error, also has a run scored, an RBI. That one hit out near the shortstop. Richards up with it across the diamond in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. John Hardin on top, 20-6 over Fort Knox. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs, physical therapy associates, or personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff, available for all your recycling needs. E-Town Exterminate is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Due up for the Bulldogs, it'll be 9-1-2 in the order. Caitlin Dunn, Christine Kettlelake, and Haley Wiley. Nia Aldana will remain in the circle. We do have a substitution for Fort Knox. Playing at first base is Haley Lucy now. That one too high. 1-0 the count. Two and 0 now to Dunn. Dunn 1 for 2 on the day as a RBI single and a run scored. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. That'll be fouled back. That'll run the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. At the conclusion of today's game, we will have a player named to the all-tournament team. We head over towards the shortstop, Townsend. Cross the diamond, not in time. So he's 6. He'll end up at second base. And now to be Christine Kettlelake. Kettlelake can hit this one out near center. Desicaris over, makes the catch. Haley Wiley now to the plate. This one pops straight back. Now there's a bunch of softball girls sitting right in front of us, and none of them reaches out to catch the ball. Actually, some of them covered their face. Carly Atkinson running the ball back down. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Ball was tipped. Strikeout, but Dunn takes third. Samara Neal now to the plate. Neal on the day, officially 1 for 2. She does have 3 runs scored. She's reached on a walk and an error. That one inside, 1-0. One gets away. Oh, good job by Cedillo. He'll run Dunn all the way back to third. I do believe we have a leading 15 into third run rule. So if John Hardin were to put a run across the board, ball game would be over. That one high. 3-0 now the count. That one gets away. Here comes Dunn. Slides in safe. And that is the ball game as Dunn scores the final run. And so John Hardin wins 21-6, and they improve to 10-26 on the season. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices. Pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Gabriella Desicara has been named to the all-tournament team from Fort Knox. And so again, for the John Hardin Bulldogs, winning this quarterfinal game gets them to tomorrow's semifinals, where they will take on the Central Hardin Bruins. That game will be here at 5:30 from North Hardin. We will have that for you here on HCEC-TV Live. We will also have our second semifinal action tomorrow, which will be North Hardin and Elizabethtown. We'll have that one starting at 7:30. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.